and fuck her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be with her. Now ain't that some shit? And although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. Fuck you.
Hey everybody, and happy Halloween. In case you can't tell, I'm a big horror fan. Yeah, I don't know what it is, just something about games and movies and everything, all the constant threat of death, and all the chances it really gets to explore characters deeper, you know what I mean? It's a lot of fun, it's very entertaining, and and Halloween is tomorrow. Yeah, I'm really excited. I even have my costume and everything. See? Yeah, I'm kind of cheap with my costumes. But one thing I am not cheap with is my entertainment. In fact, I recently spent about, I think it was like $35 on the entire Nightmare on Elm Street collection. The original ones. So thankfully I didn't have to suffer through the remake, and trust me, I could bitch longer than the actual movie about how awful that piece of shit is. Though I do appreciate that I basically spent about $35 for 3 good movies and 5 really bad movies. Okay. Before I get any backlash or anything, how about this? 3 good movies, 2 mediocre movies, and then 3 bad movies. How about that, huh? That better? But whatever. The one we're going to talk about today is probably one of the worst. No. Well, yeah, one of the worst. Nightmare on Elm Street 6, Freddy's Dead.
I mean, just wow. I don't think I've ever seen a movie so made for the fans and yet at the same time so insulting and so inconsiderate of those same fans. It's almost amazing, really. It really is. I mean, it's almost like a cross between Scooby-Doo and Scream or something. But whatever, let's just get started. I'm just putting things off. Oh, and you're also probably wondering why I keep referring to it as Nightmare on Elm Street 6 instead of Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. Well, that's mostly because of 2 reasons. One, that's a fucking lie because just 2 years later, actually, we get New Nightmare. And on top of that, something about the poster for Freddy's Dead just pisses me off. What specifically? The fact that it says, "They saved the best for last." What a fucking load. So the movie starts up, oddly enough, with a Friedrich Nietzsche quote. Yeah, I'm totally going to be remembering that. Classy. Oh yeah, that's something I haven't touched on yet. Just so I mention this now, this movie was written and directed by, I think this is a foreign name, if I'm saying this wrong, I apologize, Rachel Talalay, I think's the name. And she could not have missed the point any harder. She only has 2 other movies under her belt, at least that aren't TV movies, made for TV. Those are 1, Ghost in the Machine, which sucked, and Tank Girl, which the Nostalgia Critic already did a review on, so feel free to check out the link in the description if you want to see how bad that is. But this was her first movie. And so this is kind of feels more like Just wait and see. Just wait and see. Oh, and you know what? While I'm at it, what the hell is with this, like, 80s rock music, okay? Ooh, Freddy's dead. So scary. It's just, oh. This is just such a basic rule. I really can't believe I have to explain this. But, I mean, it's no secret that a haunting soundtrack is something that can really add a lot to a film. You know what I mean? But anyway, the movie gets started in Springwood, assumedly. Oh, 10 years from now. Mysterious suicides among teenagers. Mass psychosis. Wait. One surviving teenager? Well, I'm sorry. One? Literally one. I'm sorry, I know we're almost 7 minutes in and I haven't even really talked about the movie, but come on, that's ridiculous. Okay, just moving on. The movie starts up in a plane with our main protagonist over here, and he's having a little bit of trouble with some turbulence. Gee, what does this look like? Yeah, watch Twilight Zone much? But then again, I guess I'd be having trouble with turbulence too if I had to listen to some little dipshit talking to me during the flight.
He's going to make you help him because you're the last.
Thank you, little kid.
Freddy, don't be a pussy.
Hey, I like this lady. Oh well. So suddenly our protagonist is attacked by one of the worst green screens I've ever seen. His name's John, by the way. But I mean seriously, have you ever seen something so cheap and awful in your life?
Stay away, you big old
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that was way worse. That was way worse. I take it back. Just please stop. Oh, thank God. So anyway, alright. John wakes up and he senses something a little weird and
Shit!
I'm sorry. Could you do that again?
Shit!
Shit! What the hell? Oh, so anyway, after that little bit of comedy relief. Oh, seriously? Oh, what the hell? What is that? What the fuck is... Oh, Freddy, what have they done to you? And then after John finally lands back on the ground, surprisingly on Elm Street... Seriously, what is with this slow motion shots of this kid's reaction? Okay, he's falling down the hill. We get it, he's falling down the hill. Jesus, how big is this hill? Okay, so whatever. After we spend like an hour of credits and watching this kid fall down this fucking hill, John finally runs into Freddy and... Oh, Freddy, why? Why, Freddy, why? He's a fucking bus driver and the kid is on the front of it. Oh. Why? Oh, just whatever. And then this happens. Oh, just a fucking... A silhouette. Punched through reality. Awesome. But for some reason, Freddy's not allowed through. I guess reality just remembered it made sense for a minute.
Now be a good little doggy and go fetch.
And this is where we head to an orphanage where we run into our three main protagonists. Tracy, a girl who was abused by her father and doesn't really like to be touched. Carlos, who was abused by her parents and now can't hear and is also an asshole. And then finally the kid on the left with the golden locks is Spencer, who is an asshole because he's a stoner and this movie has a message against stoners. And basically their plot line is that the three of them are plotting to escape the orphanage and go off on their own lives. Why? Because orphans in movies do that, I guess. John was later picked up by the police and had a talk with our other lead protagonist in the back over there, named Dr. Maggie Burroughs, I think I remember correctly, and starts having weird memories about living on Elm Street.
Welcome to 60 Minutes. Tonight, we discover the horrifying and sickening truth of Pampers and Huggies diapers.
So after John has another nightmare and also goes through some rather crappy green screen effects, Maggie makes the decision that the two of them have to head back to Elm Street and figure out just what's going on, while listening to one of the crappiest 80s rock songs in the world. But they swerve